City of Heroes from the beginning. We're gonna do Sister Solaris's arc, and yes, I'm in Cimarora, not the Dark Historia. This is the only contact in the whole story arc that runs through Dark Historia outside of it, but you'll understand why when we get through it. It's Doctor, and if you think she looks like Sister Psyche, that's because this is Sister Psyche, sort of. Another Valkyrie. It is very coincidental that you're here now, speaking with me. It can only be a sign that those from a distant time have been sent to save us from certain destruction. My dreams have been troubled as of late, both by the rumblings of Romulus Augustus and from a different terror, a being that is the essence of derezzing. Romulus, you see, has gone missing from his place of imprisonment. The situation with Romulus cannot be handled just yet, but the other, I believe, can be remedied. Will you, a person of honor, of bravery, choose to help Sir Mirage against this new threat? You have to wonder if Cimarara was a lost civilization. Are you nearing the event that caused it to be destroyed? Hint, hint. Okay, I'll help you. What was built upon the past? I need to actually put this up on the thing. And did I do it? Yeah. What was built upon the past? Zaboom. Okay. There we go. Da-da. All right. So, a strange spirit came to me in a dream, Nether Valkyrie. It spoke of a tremendous battle recently fought on an island in the sea, a battle against what they called the creature of pure derezzing. The spirit implored that a champion from Cimarora sail to the island to try and finish the battle that they started. However, Cimarora is still reeling from the war against Romulus Augustus. He is still out there in the wilds, filled with the strange power of this evil spirit, of the evil spirits. Yeah, the Nictus. We are going to send the captain of the guard, Marcus Valerius, with a squad of our strongest soldiers. However, the spirit warned that only those of godlike stature should try to visit the island of derezzing. Ooh, looks like I'm sailing to the island. I appreciate it, Nether Valkyrie. There shall be a boat waiting to set sail to this island. Marcus and his men shall man the boat while you investigate the inside. I do not know what you will find there, but I would be careful. Daedalus says that if the spirit is correct, there could be monsters within that cave, the likes of that we have never seen before. Interesting. Okay. Now, where's this boat? Is it the one I keep seeing when I fly by? Probably is. Boom, boom. There's a boat. Let's do this. This series may be 4 or 5. I think I'm going to break this up into individual missions. In fact, I'm going to, because the last one in this mini arc is long, and you'll understand why. It's just like the win conditions here for a badge are the exact same as the last arc. You'll understand when we get to it. The boat docks on the island of derezzing after navigating through a narrow passageway. Alright, cool. No map available. Can I talk to Marcus? Valeris? No. Don't want me talking to Marcus Valeris? Okay, cool. Uh-oh. I believe we would meet under much different circumstances, but I suppose we don't get to. The current threat we face could spell the end of humanity before the supposed coming storm. So without further pause, allow me to introduce myself properly. I am the Dream Doctor, the letter writer. You and I, Nether Valkyrie, have a lot of work to do. Yeah, he's also your last contact for the Dark Historia stuff, so let's talk to the Dream Doctor real quick. I think I love his look. He's really cool looking. Another Valkyrie, I have been hoping this day would come for quite some time. I am sorry that you and I had to speak for so long in such an odd manner, but it had to be done. I have had my eye on Dark Astoria for some time. I originally set up the protective runes throughout the area as a beacon for those in my team, Ajax and Protean, though I fear those runes grow weaker as we speak. I am sure that you have questions. I shall do my best to answer them. We are lucky, as we have all the time in the world. When you return to the present, barely any time will have gone by. It is the beauty of time travel. It's also very head-scratching. What's the coming storm? I do not know fully what the coming storm is. I do know that it involves the forces known as the battalion. Okay, you're hearing the banging. That's my asshole neighbor, so I apologize for that. But beyond that, I do not know. Minder Silos and his cohorts are fully aware of what it is, yet refuse to divulge much information about it. I do know, however, that Battalion is a force like no other, one that has the potential to wipe out all of existence. Of course, we will not let that happen. Humanity will grow stronger and fight against the group. This I am sure of. Why did you have to communicate to them? No. Who else is part of your team? Right now, it is currently Ajax and Protean. I don't like Protean. I didn't do his arc, but he's not a nice guy. Though I have solicited some others for help, notably Dean MacArthur and those two agents. Ajax is incredibly useful as a man who cannot be derezzed. Protean is an excellent man to send in for spy work, though he must be kept under short leash. He is a cold-blooded killer, though he continues to help me as I know how he will recover his true identity. Protean is currently going back and forth through the Banished Pantheon, and so relaying information on what the groups have. Okay, let's get to what's going on. As you're aware, the Ornbagans fought against Mott here and sealed him in an idol. The Cimarrons may have been able to handle the situation themselves, but due to the temporal invasion of the Fifth Column and other groups, they have been left in a state of chaos. Did you read that it somehow ended up in Astoria, Rhode Island, all the way from Cimarrora? That would be due to the actions that you have done, or will do here. The idol that Mott is contained in must be taken across the ocean and sealed in Astoria if we are to have a chance to destroy it in the present. As well, I've deduced that if you were to be exposed to Mott's idol in its current state, you would develop a sort of immunity from Mott's influence. This would buy you and me time to fight Mott. The creature is growing out of control, however. If we do not stop it, even the immunity you gained will not be strong enough to stop it from devouring you. Well, why can't we bring it to Astoria? There must be a better way. Astoria, as luck or fate would have it, is the only place where Mott can be destroyed. If the idol ends up anywhere else, the world will be destroyed. I've spent months pondering over this, Nether Valkyrie. Believe me, I've come up with the many alternatives, throwing the idol into space, sending it into different dimensions. However, all of them lead to doom, except for this one gambit in Astoria, the perfect place for Mott. How is Astoria perfect for this? Was a man long ago. Well, we're speaking now. It would be far in the future, named Dr. David Hazen. Him again? He and his friends discovered Mott and the beings and the bindings that were in the land known as Astoria. They sought to destroy Mott once and for all. To do that, the ancient Ornbagans could not. In the end, Hazen and his friends failed. All of them were either derezzed by Mott or driven insane. However, their final act was to inscribe tremendous runes into the very earth of Astoria, runes that were extremely complicated. I believe these are runes of empowerment meant to amplify a certain spell. I do not believe Hazen knew what spell this would be, but he hoped that those that had come after him would use it to stop Mott. The So, for all their infamy, came up with a plan to use these runes. They are attempting to summon Tiklu into the world and use her powers to destroy Mott. There is an issue with this, however. What's the issue? One is that I believe the So intend to use a sword called the God Killer that Tub-C has forged to take Tiklu's power. Their aim is to ascend Tub-C to godhood so that he can destroy Mott himself. Whether or not this sword can kill Tiklu is debatable, but it can, at the very least, take some of her power. The second is that with Tiklu summoned, there would need to be someone powerful enough to help protect her against the power of Mott while she banishes the beast. This would require that someone to be immune to Mott's power. Oh, me, huh? When you take hold of the idol, Nether Valkyrie, you will fulfill the portion of this plan that requires you to be immune to Mott. It will not be easy, however, as Mott will try to pull you down into the darkness when you take hold of the idol. If you can resist it for some time, you will be immune to Mott's ability to absorb you, but only for a time. You have to focus all of your willpower when you are holding the idol of Mott, leaving yourself to go toe-to-toe in battle of wills against Mott. Understood. Let's go get the idol. Excellent. I will follow your lead. Once the idol is retrieved, you must bring it to Sister Solaris. The Cimarrons will be able to set up a voyage to send it to Astoria. This I am sure. I shall stay in Cimarron to investigate rumors of other monsters appearing. When our business is done here, we shall meet again in Dark Astoria to finish things with Mott once and for all. Very well. That was a lot of exposition. Whew. Fortunately, it's not that big a cavern system, and these guys are easy to take care of. Oh my gosh, more of these guys. It's going to be all of these things. Alright, come on, Dream Doctor, let's get this over with. I love these little critters. They remind me of Skulltulas from Legend of Zelda. Alright, let's let the Dream Doctor catch up, because I'm gonna let him catch up again. You kind of need him, and he's a little OP. Yes, and those decoys are his. What the? Oh, another one came down from behind. Okay. These things are usually only in pairs. Now you know why I say I'm going to make these one video arcs. When I hit Dream Doctor's arcs, I'll go back to 2 for a little bit. Oh, this is not good. Ugh. Get me out of here. Okay, here we go. Recover the idol. Mott amidst the rubble. Here we go. I got it. The idol of Mott. You grasp the idol of Mott, which is covered with tiny, grotesque mouths. The power of Mott pulses out from it, trying to escape. As you hold it, you can hear unintelligible mumblings in your mind. The words of Mott trying to destroy you. Images flash in your mind. That of your past, the memories of any person you cared about appear and become twisted. Mott showing you the absolute worst view of them. You feel emotions of hatred and despair trying to assault you, changing your view of the past events in your life. Moments that were happy turn to hatred. Victorious times twist into despair. You see images of yourself being derezzed in several gruesome ways, all of it trying to drive home the fact that you can be derezzed despite what you think, and that your life has no meaning to it. You see yourself falling into the maws of Mott, followed by an image of the planet Earth being devoured. However, you're able to resist Mott's attempt to twist you. You've seen enough horrors in your time to be able to resist the will of Mott. The images fade, but Mott still tries to whisper to you. Ooh, creepy. Alright. Let's go back and talk to Sister Solaris. Nethervalkyrie, you return, and with the source of evil, see all the red words, that I have seen in my dreams. Truly, you must be strong-willed to resist such a power. We must decide what to do with such an item, for if it is left alone, all of Samara will be destroyed by such rampant evil. I would ask that you stay and help us with this task. There are rumors of monsters appearing in the peninsula. If that is true, we will need all the help we can get. I'd like to kill you, no hope. And with that, I'll see you guys in the near future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.